Never Stop Learning, week 156. I'm going to take a quick look at the Select Focus area, which is a new feature available in Adobe Photoshop CC 2014. So here I have an image where the background is out of focus and my bison right here is actually in focus. What this feature allows you to do is select whatever's in focus of your image and it's going to ignore whatever's out of focus. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to come over here to the top, under the Select menu, you're going to choose Focus Area. That's going to bring up this focus area dialog box and you can make some changes in here. Well, because I have this preview box checked, right away it analyzed my image and tried to determine what was in focus and what was out of focus. So here we have a selection around the focus area, and let me show you how to deal with that a bit. Well, over here in the upper left area we have two tools here. We have a zoom tool and we have a hand tool. This is great if you're working with really large images and you need to navigate around different sections of your image. This fits pretty good in my window, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Over here under the view section, you have this drop down menu here and you have different views. You have marching ant, overlay, on black, on white. You could only use black and white, layers, or reveal layers. You have some hotkeys to activate these different views, or you could just hit F a couple times to cycle through the views. You could also hit X to temporarily disable any of these views. So let me show you how that works. If I hit B, it's going to give me a black background. If I hit W, it's going to give me a white background. I like to hit V so I can get the overlay background. This way I can see what's being selected and I could kind of see what's going on in the back in case I need to make changes to the selection. Alright, great. So now we're going to deal with the parameters. Here we have a scrubby slider for the in focus range. We have a regular slider. You could input in some numerics here. I like to start off by checking this auto box. So that's going to automatically select whatever's in focus and ignore whatever's out of focus. Then we can come in here and start making some refinements. Now, if I bring the slider all the way towards the right, check this out. It's actually including some of this out of focus area in my selection. If I slide this guy all the way towards the left, it's tightening things up and now it only has the back, the eye, part of the ear, and this beard bit that's actually being selected. The rest is being ignored. So we'll hit auto and it does a pretty good selection there. If I need to redefine it a little bit, I can just go ahead and do that there. Next we have this advanced section. If you want to expose this, just click on this twirl down and it's going to show you the image noise level. Again, you got scrubbies, regular sliders, and numerics. I like to start off with auto and that's going to go ahead and define that for me. Now if I bring this all the way towards the right, check this out. It's actually bringing in some of this overlay, so only this section is being selected. And if I back off on this a lot, you see it already went ahead and retracted this overlay, so now this whole section is being selected. I'm going to hit auto and show you what's going on right here. Take a look right here in this section, right above his left nostril. There's a little red dot. You might not be able to see it online, but it's there. That's letting me know that that little section is not going to be part of my selection. So if I want to include that, all I have to do is back off a little bit on the slider, and now it's being included in my selection. I'm going to show you another way to work. I'm going to click auto again. We have these other tools here. This is actually the focus area add tool, and over here we have the focus area subtract tool. So if I want to add this to my selection, I'm just going to click on that, and now it's part of my selection. I'll show you again. Right over here in this bottom right section, his leg is being cut off a bit. So I'm just going to click and drag, and now it's going to add this to my selection. Now I've gone a little bit too far. Now it's showing the background. Not a problem. I'll use this other tool to go ahead and back off. Now it's not that clean of a line here, but we have other tools to clean this up, and I'll show you what I mean in a bit. Next, let's talk about the output. Right here it's set to output to selection, but if you click on this drop down, you could output it to a layer mask, a new layer with layer mask, a new document, and you could even output this to a new document with a layer mask. In my workflow, I like to use layer masks, so I'm going to click on this one, but you can choose whichever one you like. Next, we have this soften edge button. Now, if you take a look over here at the top of the bison, it's really jagged right here because we have some fur that's trying to mix in with this background that's out of focus. Well, keep looking at his back, and I'm going to check this box, and that just softens things up a bit. I'm going to uncheck it. That's going to leave things jagged, and when I bring it back, things are nice and soft again. Alright, the last feature we have here is the refine edge button. I really like having this feature here because you're going to use this in combination with this focus area feature anyway. So when I click on this, it's going to bring up your refine mask dialog box. You can make whatever changes you want here. I'm just going to come in here and clean up this edge a little bit so you can see what's going on. I'll click and drag again. Alright, I'll click OK. It's outputted everything into a layer mask over here in my layers panel. And take a look at my image. It's done a really good job of extracting my in focus subject here. And it's ignoring all this background here. Now, I have a little bit of cleanup work to do here. It actually brought in some of the background. But that's why I like to export as a layer mask. It makes it really easy to make those edits afterwards. And there you have it, folks. That's how you use the Select Focus Area feature, which is a new feature available in Adobe Photoshop CC 2014.